One, and bing bong. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another NGS stream. Oh my god, it was just like I was streaming a moment ago. Today, even though I didn't have him last stream, I have now the lovely Mr. Shane with me. Woo! Hi, Shane.
And the crowd goes wild. No, I'm happy to be here. Glad to finally have some free time now with school and work and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to have a little window.
I know. I've been trying to get you to cast with me, but you're always so busy.
Unfortunately, it feels like it's either school, work, or team stuff that goes on. Now the NGS season's going, feel busier than ever.
I know, I feel that too. I'm trying to do a lot more casting this season, especially replay cast, and I'm already tired. I did, 6 casts within 2 days? I did 4 2 days ago, and then yesterday I did 2 replay casts. Insane. So, and then I still gotta practice with my team too. I feel it.
Well, it looks like we have a pretty good game coming up here. Fountain Snipers are going up against, I have to remember which CCS team there is. I know there's I swear there's like
13. There is. I confirmed
13.
Yes, I confirmed this yesterday while I was doing a replay cast, and I was like, "What? There's like at least 4 other CCSs, right?" And they're like, "No, there's 13." I was like, "13? Oh my goodness!"
Collecting countless stars. There we go. So Fountain Snipers versus Collecting Countless Stars. I just had to remember which one. Half the time I'm like, oh, it's a CCS team. But yeah, so Collecting Countless Stars. And should be a pretty good series. Collecting Countless Stars, I think I've seen some of the names before in NGS, but I don't know if this is a new roster. And meanwhile, Fountain Snipers, they're actually the Division D-West champions from last season, moving up to Division C. So time to sort of see how they fare going up against potentially tougher competition.
Yes, I believe Counting Stars, they are a new CCS team. I didn't see them last year. Now, I remember Fountain Snipers. I think I might have casted their finals game. I can't remember. But I'm glad they were able to move up to the C-West division. But let's go over our map picks and bans. So for CCS, of course, they hate me so much, they banned Towers of Doom. Boo! Boo CCS! But they also went ahead and, of course, banned out Garden of Terror. Garden of Terror is always banned out this season so far.
We haven't banned out Garden of Terror yet. Just, it's kind of like playing chicken. You're both seeing who's going to be the one to pick it first. But yeah, I don't know how many times it's been played yet this season. People voted for it, so I'm sure it'll pop up at some point, but you never know.
That is true. And well, for Fountain Snipers, they went ahead and banned out Sky Temple and Brax's Holdout. We do have Counting oh my gosh, nope, CCS. We have CCS map picking taking first map pick, and they chose Infernal Shrines. How you feeling about this Infernal Shrines map?
Infernal Shrines, always a fun map to cast. I believe it's generally the most popular map, and I think it's the most popular map for a reason. The idea that this map just constantly brings teams together to fight over one objective is always so exciting, but also the fact that there's so many other things you can do around the map keeps this map just so exciting, and I'm really excited to see what these two teams have prepared for us.
I am excited too. I know, I saw Atomic Onion on here cheering for Snipers. Welcome in, Zul Rules.
Zul Rules, calling it Garbage of Terror. I love it. I call it Garden of Camp because I feel like that's all you do the entire game is just go out and kill camp, and I hate it.
True. It's, got Towers of Dumb, Garbage of Terror. What else is there? What other names do we have? I don't know if there's any other names for the other maps. Any weird, dumb names like that. Trash names. There we go. Trash names for the maps.
Well, speaking of trash heroes, we got Samuro being taken off the board. Actually, not a trash hero, but boy, do I hate playing against him, let me tell you. But yeah, definitely a very annoying hero. If the other team has a Samuro player, no surprise to see it being taken off the board. And Sylvanas being taken away as well. One of those notorious picks that can allow a team to siege up during that first objective and get a lot of value without fighting for the Immortal. For the Punisher. Sorry, wrong map.
Wrong map. I know, I get those two confused all the time too. It's okay. But you know what? I love playing Nazebo against Samuro because my stacks are instant then. My spiders or toads, I get my instant stacks. But we do have Fountain Snipers banning out the Gazlo here. Someone on CCS must be playing Gazlo because you don't really ever see a Gazlo banned.
Gazlo has the potential to be really team fight warping, especially being able to punish teams that group up very heavily. So we'll see if that maybe influences what their team composition is going to look like. We also have the Anduin taking off the board, just a generally all-around good healer. Has I think, a relatively high win rate right now, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm no surprise to see him taken away. And we're going to have Joanna as the first pick. Joanna's still possibly one of the top-tier tanks in that tank slot. So no surprise to see it being picked up early.
That's very true. And we do have a Hogger and a Junkrat being picked up from CCS. Hogger and Junkrat have been really popular picks lately, and I see why. They're pretty powerful heroes as well. There hasn't been a buff or anything. I just feel like now, since Hot is low-key dead, people are able to start finally learning all these other heroes and not have to wait for any buffs or nerfs now.
Speak for yourself, Hot's being dead. But Killthorpe and Brightwing going to be picked up here. Brightwing, a Rusty special, let me tell you. I have fond memories. We actually played against Rusty. This is many moons ago, many seasons ago. I know he's a big Brightwing player. But Hogger and Junkrat coming out in the 1-2 for the side of collecting countless stars. And it's such a powerful 1-2. Junkrat gives so much zone control around those objectives, and Hogger, we all know how obnoxious Hogger can be with that spin on the objective, just giving you so many free minions and so much free zone control. I really like those first two picks from the side of CCS.
I do too. And we do see CCS banning out the Tychus. That makes me assume that they're going to go Diablo, because that's normally how it goes. Ban Tychus, pick Diablo. So I'm curious if they're going to stick with that. But Fountain Snipers, they're going to ban out an Anubarak pick here. Which, Anubarak's really powerful too. I feel like a lot of heroes, you used to never see them. And now, lately, you can see them a lot. Like Anubarak and Hogger and Junkrat. We do have CCS, though, picking up their healer, Stukov, and maybe a Twin Blades. Maybe a Twin Blades.
I don't mean to burst your bubble. They have a Hogger on the team already.
I know, it's probably not. But listen, last game, I didn't think he was going to go Twin Blades. It didn't seem like a comp to go Twin Blades, but guess what? He still went.
The moment ATC was locked in, I knew it was going to be Twin Blades. I just knew it deep down in my soul. But Varian plus Stukov is a really solid combo. Being able to taunt someone and then put them in that puddle can basically makes it so they can't play the game. Could be very dangerous. Hanzo and Ragnaros coming in, an interesting round out to the composition here. Ragnaros gives a lot of map presence if he goes that lava wave, as well as really good defense against the Punisher with the I don't remember what the name of his trait is called, but his trait. And I think that it's going to be really difficult, possibly, for the side of collecting countless stars to push into that. Mephisto coming out as the last pick, I don't know. I'm almost leaning a little bit more towards CCS here in this draft.
You know, I'm kind of surprised it was a Mephisto and not a Li Ming, because we do have that Taunt Varian Li Ming combo with Stukov as well. It's like a Stukov, Varian, Li Ming, and a lot of times Nazebo as well. That's a really great 4-person combo. And we saw it the other night with one of my replay casts. We had those 4 heroes. I think they might have had a Blaze, and man, just Taunt Varian, Nazebo would wall the enemy, Li Ming would just throw her orbs at it, and Stukov would silence it. Just a crazy wombo combo. But I'm still leaning towards the side of Fountain Snipers. I do like how their draft is. I like the Kael'thas, honestly, but I might be a little biased. We saw the Kael'thas from last game, and they did a really phenomenal job.
Harkin Giants Bane in chat, giving me the covering my caster knowledge here. Molten Core is absolutely correct. The name of Ragnaros' trait. I did want to say, I think the only knock against Li Ning would potentially be around the objectives. All of those little minions being all over the place could prove problematic for Ming to find those angles to follow up on a variant engage. Mephisto may be a little bit more consistent, but you're absolutely right, especially around like those around those camps on the bottom side. Ming could have absolutely wreaked havoc with a variant to sort of set things up for her. Overall, though, I do really like both of these drafts. A lot of big strengths for both of these teams. Huge engage potential for both teams as well. So I have a feeling we're going to see a bit of fireworks in this one.
Oh, definitely. I couldn't agree more. But let's go ahead straight into the game here. And let's go. Why don't you go through CCS's team? You found out how to say their names, and I'd rather have you say them.
So for the side of CCS, we have B Meduho on the Hogger. We have Hoku on the Varian. Either, I can't tell if it's Mind or Mind. Someone in chat, if you know CCS, let me know. On the Mephisto. ES Cypher on the Junkrat, and Kathazia on the Stupa.
All right, and for our red team, Fountain Snipers, we have mostly on the, oh my gosh, I can't even talk now. Mostly on the Ragnaros, Rusty on the Bright Green, oh my gosh, now I can't talk. I'm skipping you. Arco on the Joanna, Silver Jackal on the Kael'thas, and Lumpinko? How do you say that? Lumpico on the Hanzo. We do have Junkrat and Hogger already in lanes, soaking out the lanes, while the rest of Fountain Snipers, they're now all of a sudden rotating down bottom.
So we're saying it's mine. I had a feeling it would be mine, but I'm like, man, am I going to look real stupid if I commit to that and it's wrong the entire time? So thank you for getting me covered there. Going for a little bit of a gank there in the mid lane, but not quite able to find anything there as we have Hogger showing up sort of to buffer that. Overall, I mean, just sort of going back and forth, a little bit of, trading blows, but nothing too crazy so far.
Of course. We got Sergeant Scoops in here. Hi, Sergeant Scoops. Congrats on your game. Is Shane casting through can on the string? That's how his mic always sounds. His mic always sounds like that. I just never say anything.
Everything needs a bit of an upgrade in my setup, I'll be honest.
Someone donate this man a mic. Once you're a billionaire, you'll get a decent mic. Someone donate this poor man a good mic.
So down here in the bottom lane, a bit of action going on. I did want to point out, we do have the Q build coming out for the Hanzo this game, so going to be looking to get those stacks onto every single hero. He gets booped in though by the Junkrat, is barely able to make it to the wall to get away, and somehow does live. Good reaction from the Hanzo, knowing where his nearest wall was in order to be able to escape from that.
Yeah, really good jump from that Hanzo, trying to stay alive. We do have level 4s coming up for both teams as we're picking out. Of course, there is the top variant. RIP, no wind blades. I cry.
Meanwhile, up in the top lane, looks like offlaners trying to do a bit of double soaking as we get into the fight on this bottom camp. A little bit of a boop to knock everyone off the point. Silver Jackal getting a little bit low. Mephisto tries to go in for the kill, but his W is timed out. Arco is trying to hold the point. It's one sliver away, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it as he goes down there. Rusty is going to try and step onto the point now, but health bars are so low through the side of Fountain Snipers. Brightwing is going to go down. Kael'thas is going to go down, and that is a convincing team fight win for the side of Collecting Countless Stars.
Oh, Junkrat almost grabbing the Hanzo there with his bomb. I am shocked he did not. It is just a slide of the hand. Wow, but good job for CCS grabbing that bottom siege camp and taking some nice kills off of that. We do have Shrine in the top lane already up, and both the teams starting to rotate up here.
This first Shrine, notoriously a little awkward for Hogger. The other two Shrines tend to be a lot better for that hero. And, they do find the pick, though, onto the Ragnaros. The Brightwing teleport not going to be quite in time, and that's already an initial kill here.
Yep, Ragnaros already down. Like I was saying earlier, the top variant with the silence, really good combo there. So I will not be surprised if next game Fountain Snipers does not ban the Stuke off. We do have level 7s up for CCS here. Let's see. Ooh, we got second win from Varian. I like it. I like it. And we now have level 7s for Fountain Snipers as CCS is getting pretty close to finishing the shrine. I'm not sure if Fountain Snipers are going to come contest. Looks like it. Man, Joanna getting pretty low there from the taunt and silence. There's a taunt onto Ragnaros. Varian pretty low here. There's the blind from Joanna. And now Fountain Snipers going in for some kills. There's the Varian and Stukov gone, and Mephisto goes down as well.
That is so unfortunate for the side of CCS. Augur had split off, thinking that his team already had full control of that shrine. The Fountain Snipers able to wrestle their way back in there, take control of the shrine. And even though CCS was only 5 minions away, this is going to be going over to the side of Fountain Snipers.
Yep, so first ejected, 2 Fountain Snipers going to push out this top lane. We still do see Hogger in the bot lane. He's actually taken the wall, almost all of the wall, but it looks like he's going to start rotating back up, maybe to help his team or just to soak out the mid lane. Punisher did jump onto the Varian here, and now just Fountain Snipers poking from afar.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, they find a bit of an engage there. Big stun there from John Cena onto 3 members. They find the Mephisto instantly. Are they going to be able to get the Stukov? They are. Huge jump there from the Punisher. Collects 2 more kills for the side of Fountain Snipers. And now they're maybe going to try and knock this over, but they don't have a minion wave to go with it.
Well, Minion Wave's not too far behind. It is a 4v2 as, I mean, Joanna's pretty low, but they've got their level 10s now. They are going to back off, and I'm assuming they're going to head over to the Bruiser camp. Let's go ahead, while we're watching them grab their Bruiser camp, let's go through some level 10s. We do have Pyroblast, Blessed Shield, Dragon's Arrow, Emerald Wind, and Lava Wave.
The Lava Wave is going to allow the side of Fountain Snipers to cheat some of that macro across the map whenever there's waves that need to be caught far away. Meanwhile, for the side of CCS, we see the Riptire coming in. Oh my, wait, that was a lot of damage.
That was so much damage.
We do see the Shockwave coming in from Hogger as well, so no Fortipulp shenanigans this game. We also have the Swipe, the Warbringer, and the Durance of Hate coming out for Mephisto as we see that Lava Wave helping that top lane shove in.
You know, and oh my gosh, there's the arrow from Hanzo. Mephisto getting really low. Mephisto missing his ult, pointed in the other direction by accident as he goes down. But we do have Brightwing and Killthoughts getting pretty low here. Looks like we're going to have both teams start backing off as CCS is able to grab their siege camp.
Yeah, they got the initial pick there onto the Mephisto, but it looked kind of sketchy there for the side of Fountain Snipers. Huge disengage from the Brightwing to push everyone back with that Emerald Wind, get everyone out safely, and they get the 1 for 0 and a little bit of map control, although it looks like they may end up giving up this bottom camp.
I don't know. It looks like Fountain Snipers are now rotating down. Let's see. We do have a Junkrat bomb on there. There's failing swipe from the Stukov. Varian getting pretty low there. See, Varian, if you went, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the other level 10? That's not Warbringer. Shield. Oh my gosh, what is it?
I always just call it protection, because that's all it does.
It is protection, but why can't I think of the name? Oh my goodness, is it called protection maybe? Oh my goodness.
I don't think it is. I'd have to look it up. I always just call it protection, because
Chat will tell us. Chat will tell us in 30 seconds or so. Ooh, there's shield. Joanna's all being used. Stukov getting really low. Stukov is gonna die to the Hanzo ult there. There's Hogger coming on in as well. Mephisto ult was used, and ooh, there goes the Brightwing and Joanna as Riptire kills them out.
That was a fantastic pick attempt there from Fountain Snipers, but Hogger with an even better flank there on the backline finds the 3-man Shockwave to set that up into the Durance of Hate. And those two abilities combined just held them in place for so long. So much damage went out. And what looked like a really bad situation for the side of CCS ended up going in their favor.
Zul rules. He says it's called Keep Protect.
He Protect. I like that.
He Protect. I like it too. Alright, we do have level 13s coming up for both teams as they're choosing it out. Shield wall. There it is. Similar to Protect. But see, your shield wall would be great right here, Varian. You're getting a lot of damage on you. You just press that W and you live. Especially for this Pyroblast. As Pyroblast is used onto this Varian here, he still will live as he was not that low in the first place. There's Lava Wave coming through mid. There's so much going. There's the Silas. There's a stun to Hogger. Hogger might go down here. There is Unstoppable off of him. And Riptire was used. Hogger finally goes down. Looking... Ooh, Varian onto the Ragnaros. Ragnaros goes down, but so does the Varian. Joanna's pretty low here. Stukov using his Silence, killing the Joanna. Both teams back and forth killing. And it looks like CCS is just going right back in. They do only need 4.
Looks like they're going for kills. They need to make sure that they get these remainder of the Shrine minions. One more to go, and they will end up taking control of it. This almost looked like a repeat of the first objective with CCS being set up to begin with, but then Fountain Snipers sort of muscling their way in. But CCS, they had something to say about it this time. They were like, this one is ours, not again.
This is our John Cena.
Oh, wait a minute, huge turrets. It is going to be cleansed out there as Brightwing gets super low there in the background. But it doesn't look like this is going to, they maybe get the fort here, but it doesn't look like anything too crazy.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ragnaros using, becoming a big building man. He's going to be able to save his mid fort here.
It's very strange. Does the Punisher actually de-aggroes the fort if you use Molten Core on it? I never knew that. I'm going to have to remember that for the future.
I'd say I would remember that for the future, but I don't play Ragnaros. I don't think anyone on my team plays it either. Oh, here we go. Joanna going onto the Varian. There's Brightwing using her ult, getting CCS off of the objective. There's Riptire being used. Everyone's ult's just being used left and right now. Pyro hitting the Hogger, but Hogger will live it. Woof.
Yeah, a lot of damage going out, a lot of ultimates burned as well, but in the end, nothing actually going down here. These teams really going at it as we see another turret, and it connects onto 2. The Puddle is down to follow it up, but they just can't quite get to it. Mephisto does a whole bunch of damage, but a good heal there from the Brightwing keeps herself survivable in that fight. And once again, you know, a whole bunch of abilities burned, but nothing quite going down. Really well played by the Joanna to sort of hold the rest of the team back so they couldn't follow up on that huge endurance.
Yeah, you know, I feel like both teams, both of the healers on each team doing a really good job just keeping their teams alive. There's so many times we're like, oh, they're gonna die. And then the healers are just like, no, you must live. You must go on.
So we do have Fountain Snipers picking up that bottom camp, coming away the victors in the end after that. And meanwhile, on the top lane, we actually have a little bit of a push there onto that top wall, possibly opening up a bit as that next objective is going to be in that top lane. So any damage you take up there could prove to be detrimental come this next objective phase.
Yeah, I just saw we had Ragnaros using Lava Wave in that top lane. Fountain Snipers are gonna go for their Bruiser camp in the right side, and possibly CCS trying to go for theirs, maybe? Yes, there they go. Stukov starting it off. We do have level 16s for both teams already picked out. I'm curious to see what level 20s are going to be.
Speaking of curious, I'm actually very surprised. Mephisto going to Cube Talon at level... Oh, wait, hang on. We haven't engaged. A Shockwave onto the back line. Doesn't catch the Joanna, though. Joanna is able to disengage, and they're able to back out. I was going to say, I'm very surprised to see Mephisto going to Q Talon at level 16, especially with all of the W Talons. Not getting that percent damage on 16 is definitely going to hurt against this Joanna. I think he really is the main damage dealer against this Joanna, so surprising to not see that talent picked up here.
Yeah, you know, I was just looking at Kael'Thas's build as well. I am intrigued by his build as well. Normally you see everyone go fire build, you know, little... oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? Oh, whoa, I missed out, but the Brightwing goes down, Hogger goes down, there's ults being used, there's Riptire being used, Kael'Thas having his Mana Addict available, so it helps keep him alive with the shield, but I don't know if he's gonna stay alive for that much longer. And he does. What a random, I was not expecting that fight right now. We do have Shrine active as both teams rotate up top for the Shrine.
Well, we are definitely right about one thing. There is absolutely fireworks in this first game today. Already a 10-9 scoreline as we're going into 14 minutes here. Lava Wave being used in that mid lane to catch a lot of that soak, getting them closer towards those level 20s as this objective is being... Ooh, Varian takes a whole bunch of damage. Joanna not quite able to find that engage, and they're going to look to reset here, but they don't have a fort to fall back to.
They don't. Stukov, like I said earlier, both of these healers are doing a really good job keeping their teammates alive. Varian should have died there, but man, Stukov was able to keep him alive. Say, hey, you gotta stay in here. Can't die yet. There's Bludgeon Shield being used onto the Stukov. Stukov! Oh my gosh, Stukov is alive! Stukov is alive, but Varian getting really low. Instead, Ragnaros goes down, but so does the Varian. There's Hanzo Arrow. Hanzo Arrow misses, but Hogger still goes down afterwards. Mephisto on the back line, trying to hit onto the Hanzo, and Brightwing. Riptire is able to kill the Hanzo, though. This is back to a 3v3. I don't know who's going to win this, though. Joanna and Mephisto are fighting it out. This is an insane fight, man.
And no tanks alive for the side of CCS, but we do have the tanks still up for the side of Fountain Sniper, so that may end up being a big factor here. Joanna, though, keeps getting caught by those traps from the Junkrat, so really slowing down the engage potential, but Fountain Snipers is up to 34. We have the Pyroblast coming out onto the Stukov, not quite going to be able to... Oh, but the Flame Strike catches him on the back end. He is going to go down. Joanna trying to find more. The Dirt is coming out, but barely gets past it in time. Joanna finds the second kill, and that is objective going over to the side of Fountain Snipers.
Oof, it doesn't help for CCS that Fountain Snipers do have their level 20, so they had just a little more of a oomph to their fight. They were able to win that out. We do have Junkrat, Varian, and Hogger back up, though. Joanna looking to start the siege camp over here. And we're just waiting for level 20s for CCS. Their soak with Ragnaros and that lava wave, man. It's just giving them so much soak.
Yeah, did pick up the double lava wave as well, so even more potential for clearing those waves across the map. We do see the Punisher coming in here, and the whole 5-man is gathered up. CCS is kind of out all over the map trying to find those level 20s, which means they're going to take quite a bit of damage here. And that means that this is probably going to head towards the core. Let's see if they're going to be able to defend it before it does too much core damage.
Yeah, we do see Hogger. He's going mid, trying to soak out that mid lane, like you said, to get the 20. They're definitely going to have to give keep here, but... Oh my gosh, Varian going in super early. Varian live this? No, he does not, as Hanzo's all kills him. But there's Riptire doing a pretty good amount of damage. Brightwing's gonna heal up the Hanzo though, just like he's brand new. Hogger's still in the bot lane, and they're just a smidge away from toys. There's the 20s. Now Hogger's gonna try to come in onto this fight. Stukov getting John Cena'd on. There's a silence, and this might be GG here. There's Mephisto going in, and Brightwing is down, but Core's at 50% already. There's Roots going on. Joanna is down as well, but it's not gonna be enough as the Core is already poisoned.
The mortars come in from John Cena off to the side. I thought they had actually held that, but suddenly the mortars come in and save the game, and Fountain Snipers, they all die for it, but it doesn't matter if it works, and they come away with game number 1.
Wow, what craziness that first game was already. This is going to be a super exciting series. I'm excited to see how the rest of the games go.
Oh my god, that was an explosive game number 1. These teams came to play today. That was a bloodbath. I'm enjoying this.
All right, well, let's go through the game summary. So, for the siege damage, we have 121,000 from Hogger and 182,000 from Ragnaros. In the hero damage, we have 70,000 from Junkrat and 57,000 from Kael'thas. Healing, we have 63,000 from Stukov and 78,000 from Brightwing. In the self-healing, we have 11,000 from Varian and 18,000 from Joanna. And then in XP, we have 22,000 from Hogger and 24,000 from Ragnaros. Level 16 kills to 15 kills, level 20 to level 21. Ooh, man, what an intense first game. Dude, we had my last series I had with Division C East, crazy insane game. And now Division C West, even crazier. I'm telling you, Division C is where the games are at.
You walk in chat going, whoever said the Mortar Punisher is the weakest of them all. Absolutely. I think I don't know if any other. I mean, I know the other Punishers do some damage as well, but I don't actually know if any other Punisher would have killed the core in that situation. It's really interesting to think about. And honestly, CCS did a fantastic job on the defense. Like, I thought it was going to be over, much more convincingly than that. But CCS really fought for that core defense, found all 5 kills, and was killing the Punisher at the same time. But as good as an effort as it was, it took them just a little bit too long to find those level 20s. Hogger came back, but it just wasn't quite in time. And sometimes in a game like HOTS, seconds can be the difference between winning and losing a game.
Definitely. And do you want to go ahead? I gotta grab another water because, man, I'm already on my 3rd liter of water just from starting the cast today. Do you want to go ahead and tell chat our next map?
So it looks like we're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. One of my favorite maps. This is always a very enjoyable map for me to play on. A very snowballing map, though. I believe I'd have to check what the stats are, but I know the team that gets first turn-in on this map is massively, massively favored. So fighting for that first turn-in is so pivotal on this map. And if you die once with some gems on you, it can really be a turning point for the whole game. So with how much just explosive energy was going on in that last game, with how many kills were being put up on the board, this could really be a back and forth affair. And it'll be interesting to see if they dial it back in with, trying to protect some of those gems, or if they continue to just all out go at each other like crazy. Because, I mean, that game was all over the place.
I agree, and you know what? Tomb of the Spider Queen is my 2nd favorite map, and so I'm excited how this. Since I can't have my Towers of Doom thanks to CCS, we'll have at least my Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Oh, Collecting Countless Stars, they did end up coming away with the loss in that game, but they definitely had a few high points with that series as well. They did actually have more kills than the side of Fountain Snipers, as well as they had a few really good counter engages throughout that series, but just that one objective, they tried to linger around for that objective, ended up staggering a couple more kills, weren't quite able to find those level 20s. I know it's hard to give up an objective, but that may have been one of those situations where you just need to back off and find that soak, sort of play, listen, we're going to lose this one, but let's just make sure we don't lose the next one. But overall, really well played, though, from the side of Fountain Snipers. They clearly had some really great engages throughout that series. Really smart, by the way. I saw Arco on the Joanna throwing the Blessed Shield at the wave in order to bounce it to the Stukov to find that engage in the top lane. So really smart engage there. I really like that.
Sorry, I was drinking water, just taking in the hydration. Delicious. Oh, I didn't see this dance move. Did you read chat? But I can't even pronounce his name. Bahamadu? Oh, it's Bahamut's secret account. Bahamut's secret account all along.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I got distracted. I have a Smokey with me. Smokey just walked past by my setup, knocked down my mic again, and now he's taking a bath next to my wig stand. Shout out to Smokey. Huh, Smokes.
Looks like the teams are starting to get readied up here, so we're just waiting on them to give us the go-ahead here and get into the game. But overall, like I said, I'm really excited, because I know some of the players from the side of Collecting Countless Stars, as well as, Fountain Snipers. They were in my division last season, Division D-West. So D-West pride coming in from the D-West moderator. But
I was about to say, you're not in D-West. What are you talking about? No, you're just the moderator. Okay. I was like, wait a second. When did this happen? I just casted one of your games.
Hey, I was in D-West many moons ago. That was I think my first season, actually, if I remember correctly. First season, Baby Shane in NGS.
Baby Shane drinking the mini Pepsis.
That's where you gotta start. That's where the addiction started.
That's what yes, the addiction. Oh my goodness.
Oh, well. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I know that Joanna was first picked by Arco in game number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen is notoriously one of Joanna's best maps. Her ability to clear waves so quickly can make her really good as a main tank on this map. So it'll be interesting to see if CCS decides to change up their ban strategy and take away that Joanna, or if they have something in mind to try and deal with it. Joanna, while she is a very strong tank, I think she's been in the meta for so long now that a lot of teams have really started to figure out strategies to deal with her. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe they plan for that and see if they come up with something to play against it.
I agree, unless they just ban it out. But I think Joanna's not as strong as she used to be. So, and just like you said, people are starting to learn how to deal with it, so they're not as worried about it.
Listen, I still love me a game of JoJo. You know, I think, despite what anyone will tell you, I think Joanna's super fun to play. I just love, especially like if you want to really role play, you go Steed Charge at level 7. And you unstoppable Steed Charge and you just full send it to their team. There's something that really makes you feel like you're leading the charge into battle when you do that. And I just love that.
That's fun, that's fun. Alright. Now we are finally getting into our game. One of the members had to take their puppy out to potty. Gotta take care of the animals. But, right, Smokey? He's just laying looking at me. Mischievous with that fluffy fur of his. Alright, we do have CCS with the first pick / first ban.
Yeah, I was saying, I think I told Moore before the stream, I had my own, there was a gecko that snuck into my house. I had to, I had to wrangle him into a, I grabbed like a cup from the kitchen and wrangled him into that and covered it and then took him outside and let him go back out there. But not to distract from the game here. So Sylvanas and Gaslow coming in once again from both of these teams. They're banned out first this time when I think Gaslow was banned out second last time. So let's see.
Yes.
Well, the Anduin banned again, so they're not going to go ahead and target that Joe for the side of CCS.
Look right now at CCS, their hero picks, because I'm curious if there's like a high win rate Gaslow there. Look.
There must be. I almost feel like I've seen this ES Cypher before in Storm League. And playing
it doesn't
Gaslow,
help me. It doesn't help me with Heroes Profile sucks for this season. They're not helping me this season.
Well, it looks like they did have a plan to deal with it, Joanna, and the plan was, we're going to take it ourselves. Your move. So let's see what Fountain Snipers has in mind now that the Joanna's been taken away from them. Let's see what they change up.
I think they might, you know what? I'm thinking maybe CCS might take Kael'thas again, because this is a pretty good Kael'thas map here. I do enjoy a good Kael'thas here.
Well, Chromie going to be coming out along with the Anubarak, so interesting. I do love Chromie on Tomb of the Spider Queen. There's so many rotations between the two lanes, as well as a lot of posturing around those objectives. It can be really easy to find a time loop if someone takes just one step too far forward. And that does mean now, for the side of collecting countless stars, they may have to start considering someone with a cleanse or someone with 5 cleanses in Lucio and the Grey Mage to pair with it.
That's if they go high 5. It was just the last game with the Division C East. They had a Chromie on the other team and then Tyrande as the healer on the other team. And I was like, they should have gone Lucio instead of Tyrande. That was the Twin Blades game. And I was like, they should have gone Lucio instead of Tyrande. But it didn't matter because they still won it. Go Wind Blades. I hope Wiggity watches my game. I hope he watches it. See how much I cheered him on.
It's all right. We'll talk after the game about getting my points back. I'm definitely not going to shake you down for those points. We'll
do some points. Does Shane mess up pronouncing names?
Whoa. I thought I was pretty on point for the most part.
Yeah, but you also asked them while I was still streaming the other game, so...
Well, coming in, we have the Kael'thas. Surprising that the Kael'thas was banned by Fountain Snipers, considering they played it. I guess because they have the Chromie. And then the Brightwing being banned. As I mentioned, that is a Rusty favorite. So we're going to have to see what else he's got in that hero pool at the healer position.
I'm shocked they don't have Stukov banned, and but instead they pick up a Rhaegar and a Kerrigan here.
Well, somebody call Sonics. Let him know somebody's playing Kerrigan. He's notorious for wanting to play Kerrigan, and we always meme on him, and we always ask everyone else if they want to play Kerrigan just to upset him.
So just like me and Twin Blades. That's me and Twin Blades.
Oh, wait a minute. Now,
wow.
This is an interesting turn of events. We have Deathwing. So, Kerrigan and Deathwing are both extremely interesting in this draft. Kerrigan is notoriously really good on Tomb. Because of how short the rotate is between that top and mid lane, you're able to keep those shield stacks up, as well as stack. She goes to the quest at, I believe it's level 7. But Deathwing looks really good into this team. He can't be time looped. He can't be cocooned. He can't be engaged on by Kerrigan.
And he can't be swamped.
And even more than that, this team from the side of Fountain Snipers, looks like they want to go into the side of CCS. So Deathwing, that's sort of his element. He loves it when the other team wants to come into him. So I love the Deathwing pick there with that 5th pick. I'm interested to see how much value it's going to get here.
I agree. Do you mind going for me, because I gotta grab some eye drops. Do you mind going over our 2 teams and just doing a reminder for anyone who's just joining in about our map picks and bans?
Absolutely. Before I do that, though, I just wanted to shout out my team's healer player is in chat, saying Sonic's in shambles. I hope you say something. I'll die. But all seriousness, 2 really strong teams, 2 really strong compositions coming out for both of these teams. I think there's a lot of really power picks on both of these teams, and I'm excited to see how much value they're able to get out of them. I'll wait until we get into the game here. We're going to be waiting for a certain someone to load into this game. I'm not going to say who, but let's see as we get into this game here. Announcing for the side of collecting countless stars. There we go. I had to get my words straight. We have Hoku on the Joanna, Kathazia on the Lucio, Bimeruho on the Falstad. We have Mind on the Greymane, and EF Cypher on the Deathwing.
And for the side of Fountain Snipers, we have mostly on the Artanis, Arco on the Anubarak, a name I can't. How do you say it again? Lampico on the Kerrigan, Rusty on the Rhaegar, and Silver Jackal on the Chromie. Let's go ahead and bring up our talents, and here is our first fight in the middle.
It do looks like we have the Beetle build coming out from the Anubarak. Very annoying build to play against on too. There's a clip, I'd have to find it, of what was his name? It's a NGS he was a content creator, but he complained we played against him a game, and he kept talking about how a new player kept walking up to him at the turn-ins and just pooping out beetles next to him to interrupt his turn-ins. He was so annoyed by it.
That is funny.
Oh, Kyle Ferguson, that's who it was.
There it is. Oh, okay. I do see that we do have Lucio going Accelerando. Oh my gosh, where's my camera going? So that's the same build I go. I used to go a different build. I can't remember anymore. And then my teammate Jazz, shout out to Jazz. He's a really great Lucio player, and he showed me a different build. And well, wait a second, Hoku. Ooh, he was getting pretty close to death there. Scared me there. But yeah, shout out to Jazz for giving me a new Lucio build to play with a long while ago. I've been playing with this new build a long while ago. I haven't even touched my old build in a hot second.
Yeah, Lampico on the Kerrigan, showing up in the early game, putting out a whole bunch of damage there onto that Joanna on that gank. Well, they do see the Joe out above them, going to put a whole bunch of damage in. The Unstoppable is still there, and they're not quite able to break it for the Kerrigan to combo. So, gonna miss out on that one. I am realizing we have the Deathwing in the top lane and the Falstad bot lane. Interesting little mix-up here, as it looks like Falstad kind of taking over that off-lane role. And speaking of interesting, in terms of builds, we have auto build Falstad and cocktail build Greymane.
Interesting, huh? Definitely weird builds this series. We do have Greymane taking the Bruiser camp here, and level 4s for both teams coming up now. See, found snipers. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I will say, in this mid to late game, Deathwing may actually have a bit of trouble playing these team fights, especially if Artanis goes the mean beam at level 10. Dropping that beam onto Deathwing just makes it so he can't do... Deathwing has to stand still to cast all of his abilities, so he basically just can't stop moving when that laser's on him, and it keeps him from playing in the team fights for a little while.
Yeah, well, we do have Found Snipers grabbing up their Bruiser camp as well for the mid lane as they clear out CCS's Bruiser camp. Falstad still working on the bottom lane, already at 15 gems. Neither team have enough gems for turn-in yet, but we do see Silverjack and Arco turning in at least what they had.
The suspense is killing me as to what this level 4 is going to be from Lucio.
I know. One day they will choose. Oh my gosh, Jazz, are you playing? There it is. What? What is this? Off the wall? Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Oh, hold on. We got a bit of an engage here into mid lane as this camp crashes. Looks like the side of Fountain Snipers might find a decent amount of value here as they pull in. The Joanna get a whole bunch of damage, but is able to use that unstoppable to get back out of there.
Well, also Lucio doing a really good boop there, helping Joanna get back in, because Joanna was getting blocked in by Fountain Snipers. They were not letting go anywhere, so that boop really helped the Joanna get back into that wall.
Yeah, a lot of good damage there in the mid lane for the side of Fountain Snipers, and we do have turn-ins online for both of these teams. Trying to check here, who looks like most of the gems are on the bot side of the map for the side of Fountain Snipers, and meanwhile, they are able to get them in as Falstad is not able to interrupt, and first turn-in going to be going over. Let's see where they position.
It looks like so far they're split up. We do have level 7s for each team right now. I'm curious to see how this goes. Very interesting, like we were saying, very interesting builds going on here. We do have the Red Whip Beavers coming on in, and it looks like majority of Found Snipers are going to be in this mid lane for now, as we do have Artanis and Falstad still in that bot lane. We do also have Deathwing fending off the top lane.
And Joanna getting in the mix there, trying to hold them back a little bit, but takes a good chunk of damage, finds the 4-man, but Kerrigan finds a stun of her own, taking a whole bunch of return damage, but she goes back in now that Arco has the tower aggro. They aren't... Oh, no! The is able to find Joanna, and that, now with Joanna dead, they're getting this fort for sure, and maybe even a bit of wall damage.
Yeah, oh my gosh, just the perfect timing for that. Oh, wait a second, Lucio, oh no, poor Lucio. If he had his level 10, he would have been fine. Oh no, so close yet so far. Yeah, that Spider's doing a lot of damage as CCS just keeps kind of walking into the Spider damage. Here comes Deathwing flying in from the back lane, but no fight involved right there.
Yeah, not quite able to find anything there, as the damage has pretty much already been done. Really huge first objective phase for the side of Fountain Snipers as they get that mid fort, but more importantly, the mid keep wall as well. Huge advantage there for them going forward. They're going to try and turn in what they have and get prepped up, but the turn-in is still available for the side of CCS, and it looks like they're moving towards that bot lane to try and find it.
Oh, here comes the fight. There's a stun on Artanis and a Nubarak from Joanna. Man, Falstad, I just noticed Falstad has 30 freaking gems. That's the man who needs to stay alive. We do have Deathwing turning in his 16 gems in the top lane, and they only need 10 gems left. And there are level 10s being picked up from Fountain Snipers. Looks like we have Cocoon, Ancestral Healing, Temporal Loop, Summoning Ultralisk, there we go. And then Suppression Pulse for level 10s on the side of Fountain Sniper. Oh my gosh, Cocoon onto the Falstad.
Let's see. Oh, big gust to save himself, though, but he is being time looped, gets caught by the Chromie W, and it's going to go down. Grammy trying to trade one back, but the suppression pulse has been used, so he's doing no damage. He's going to go down also. And Fountain Snipers come away with 2 kills and are now looking to siege this bottom fort as well.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that high five, Lucio used the high five just a tad bit too early, because as soon as Lucio got out of that cocoon, he high-fived the Nubarak stun, but oh my gosh, the Chromie was able to still get the temporal loop onto him, and that's what killed him out. We do have level 10s for CCS. Let's see, we do have, as we saw, high five. We have Burn Beneath My Shadow, Blessed Shield, Mighty Gust that we saw as well, and Cursed Bullet.
I think if you're on the side of CCS, I think you just need to play that a little bit slower. They committed all 5 people towards that bottom defense on the turret. Have Deathwing just keep soaking those lanes. If he's double soaking and the other team is just sitting 5-man bottom, you know, you're going to get that soak advantage. Just have to have that little bit of patience. They do end up getting the turn-in at the end, but now they're down about a half a level. Deathwing is going to engage here. They have a whole bunch of damage down, but they are able to sort of slide off to the side. Gust just pushes people away, and they've already cleaned up the web weaver up here. So far things look like they're going pretty well for the side of Fountain Snipers.
Yeah, I agree. Fountain Sniper's just doing a lot of damage out here, able to melt out these spiders. There's Deathwing using his fiery breath. And it looks like, oh my gosh, Kerrigan getting a stun on the Joanna. There's Fire Breath trying to help save the Joanna. Arco is going to go down, though, as he got stuck behind the wall. Ooh, finally, that's the first kill for CCS in this game so far. But Joanna getting pretty low here. Joanna, don't die. Unstoppable's used for Falstad and Joanna as well. Also, real quick, Koala, thank you so much for the gateway. If for some reason my overlay, it said on my overlay that it had the winner, but for some reason it isn't showing the game points. I had to really quick rig something together, so thank you for letting me know.
That was a really good point. Oh, they find the Kerrigan give there. Gonna go down. And all of a sudden, CCS, they looked like they were struggling in that early game, but they're really striking back here. They find those picks in the mid lane. They get the bottom fort during that push. And now it looks like they're going to get this third turn in. And now the pressure is really going to be on the side of Fountain Snipers as CCS is starting to take control.
Definitely, CCS is definitely a more late game type of team. We do see Fountain Snipers getting their bruiser camp, which will help them a little bit with this objective, pushing out the lane and destroying out that mid spider. But we do have CCS pushing in this top lane. Joanna already pretty low here. Here comes the spider for them, but they're already starting to back up a bit.
Surprised they're backing up so far. This Web Weaver is not getting a whole lot of value now. They are going to put a little bit of damage in, but Lucio is putting the cocoon, and now they're going to try and dive past the Web Weaver here. Joanna takes a whole bunch of damage, barely gets that unstoppable back up, though. Deathwing is in deep with that ultimate. Falstad has blown up, finds a huge gust into the corner. They're all trapped in there. Deathwing puts out so much damage. He was at 1 HP, but the Ancestral not able to save him in time as he is going to go down. And that's 1 kill for the side of CCS as they continue to find little advantages here.
Yeah, as we saw that Lucio did a great job. He was able to save that fall side, save that high five for the perfect time. Temporal loop came up, and he was able to high five as that temporal loop came up. Oh, hello, Dumbo. Now I got Dumbo with me. What do you have to say about the commentary, Dumbo? I don't think you guys can hear him. He's just yelling at me. Oh, Bubs. And now he has disappeared. Goodbye.
You didn't give him what he wanted.
I didn't what?
You didn't give him what he wanted.
I don't even know what he wanted.
I'll go talk to someone else then.
Basically.
Well, meanwhile, we have, right now we have turn-in for the side of Mountain Snipers as they get in a whole bunch of these gems, only needing 7 more, and Mosley has the lion's share here, so they gotta look to get him in. Falstad will see it, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to find it. Ooh, does barely find it with that boomerang. Takes a whole bunch of damage, goes down instantly, and they are gonna find the turn-in as well as the Falstad, so a bit of a turnaround here for Mountain Snipers.
Wait, real quick, did you see? I'm pretty sure I just saw a temporal loop on Deathwing.
I wonder, can you cast it on Deathwing? I wonder if you can cast it on Deathwing, but it just always does nothing. Yeah.
That's what it looked like for me. Chat, let me know if you saw something else. Also, Hector, this is not the NGS channel. I don't have exclamation mark co-caster. So thank you, Koala. You should know who this is, Hector. It's Shane. You got his Chen bot drinking Pepsi. You got his cannon string microphone. Of course, it's Shane.
I'm always happy to see you, Hector. Good to have you here. We have Falstad looking for the flank. Gus finds two, and a huge fire breath here from the Deathwing finds so much damage. They're able to find the carry. It's melting everybody. So much damage. ES Cypher popping off in that fight with that damage. They find 3 kills there and are now able to go up and clean their other lanes.
That was crazy there. Deathwing just doing a crudload of damage. CCS doing a good job getting these kills, but man, they're still behind on the siege damage here. And that's what you really need in the end of the day is all the sieges. They are looking to grab this top fort finally, but we still have bot lane with Webweaver pushing that in. Falstad is there to try to stop it, but the wall still goes down.
I love this combination of Falstad gusting people into walls and then the Deathwing blowing fire over them. And you know what? Once this level 20 comes in, imagine a wind tunnel plus the Deathwing Q. They're just not able to move away from it. That could be absolutely deadly. Ooh, this turn-in is scouted out here in the top lane. Let's see if Fountain Snipers, they are using the ult, so it looks like they want to commit to this defense here.
Yeah, it looks like they are, but now we do have CCS rotating bottom, looking for a bottom turn in. They do have enough for their turn in, but Fountain Snipers does not have enough for their turn in either. There is CCS's turn in, and we'll have another Web Weavers for them. Oh, and it looks like chat said, you know, when we thought that Deathwing got the temporal, they're saying that it was on Falstad, but then Falstad died.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't actually think you could even cast Temporal on Deathwing.
I didn't think so either.
Overall, though, this was a really good job by Fountain Snipers to make sure that top lane is pushed all the way back into CCS's base, but looks like they're going to look for this mid lane siege. They've done so much damage to it already with that amateur opponent for the side of Artanis, but they're pushing in. The Cocoon has been used on the Lucio in the back as Anubrak finds a big stun there onto the Greymane, gets out at 130 health there as Deathwing flies over the fort there, and a good hold so far from the side of Fountain Snipers, but it looks like it's not quite done yet.
Nope, we still have Deathwing using his fire breath. There's high five being used. Joanna also just trying to get some damage to temporal loop onto the Falstad, but Joanna goes down here, and CCS is gonna have to back out from this. What a crazy fight there, man.
I started chat saying you can cast Temporal Loop on Deathwing. I thought it was one of those things that you literally can't do, because it's like the game telling you, no, you don't want to do this, you can't. Like, I know that, I tested this in ARAM today, you actually can't cast Rainer's E unless you're missing HP.
Huh. Oh, so, yeah, you can't do that. There's certain things like that. There's another one, like you... Oh my gosh, there's another one. I can't think of it on top of my head right now. Like, you can't cast high five. If all 5 of your members have high five down, it will not let you cast high five.
Well, yeah, because there's a cooldown timer. I would assume that would be the case.
But, like, it's like that. Oh, Cocoon onto the Lucio. Greymane trying to get the Lucio out. Here comes Deathwing jumping on down in here. And Fountain Snipers are going to back up a little bit here. They saw a Deathwing coming in and said, nope.
That was actually really smart from the side of CCS. They sort of staggered their attacks onto that Cocoon to make it really hard for the Kerrigan to judge when they were going to come out. It makes it so that the Kerrigan can't full combo the person if they can't predict exactly when they're going to come out. So, really well played there. They're going to go for this fight, but the big damage also goes down instantly. There's a ton of gems in there. Joanna's trying to find the turnaround. It's going to be Temporal Loop. They find the high five to keep the Temporal Loop from happening. Deathwing is in the backfield. Going to go ahead and ult across them here as they're trying to disengage. A big fight. Double stun there from Arco on the Anubrak as Deathwing finds a whole bunch of damage once again. Oh, this is really back and forth here. Joanna's shield does fall off. It looks like Joanna may be in a lot of trouble, but another huge Q from Deathwing forces them to back off. Joanna's so low, Lucio able to speed them out. And it looks like after all of that, there's only going to be one kill. But the real news is that whole time, the objective has been pushing it all the way. Joanna goes down on the top side, and now things are looking really bad for the side of CCS.
Yeah, man, this Deathwing doing an amazing amount of damage here, but CCS still getting deaths off of here. We do have Fountain Snipers pushing in this top fort while mid fort went down, and now bottom fort should go down. Not forts, keeps. All keeps are down now, and it looks like Fountain Snipers are looking to end here as both teams do have their level 20s. There's the Cocoon onto the Falstad, and Fountain Snipers onto it. Oh my gosh, great unstoppable onto the Falstad. Deathwing killing the Nubarak and Kerrigan. They're looking for another death. Both teams are split up though, as Greymane chasing the Rhaegar, Chromie and Falstad and Deathwing killing the Chromie, and now we're still looking for kills here as Falstad is just chasing this Rhaegar. Rhaegar does go down, and this Artanis should go down as well.
Well, there he goes. When the base cams are on the core, it is taking core damage right now. Somebody has to go back. Falstad is able to fly over and clear that up, but they do lose 16% of their core here. And with every single keep down now, CCS is in a very precarious position for the rest of this game. They are going to be able to get this boss out, but they have to find a lot of value because they're really behind on the map state now.
Yeah, it looks like Falstad, smart play here, which they're doing right now. Falstad stay back, clearing out these lanes as much as they can. Here comes Deathwing in onto the boss. They have plenty of time to take this boss. They just boss and then turn in right afterwards, and I'll help push out their lanes for them and at least get them into a better place.
Falstad will have to get over there. Looks like he's making his way towards the turn-ins now, as he has 12 of the gems, so he does have to turn in here. But the longer he waits to turn in, the less value they're going to get from the boss. Having that turn-in to back it up would be really big. I do want to see him get over there as soon as possible. They're slowly losing out on time. They could be pushing together.
But you know what? It's kind of in favor for CCS right now, as Nubarak just used his Cocoon, and so now that Cocoon's going to be down for another 55 seconds. We do have the Web Weavers up for CCS, and now Falstad's rotating over. Great high five, stopping the Nubarak. There's the Fire Breath onto Rhaegar. Rhaegar is going to be able to heal himself just barely enough, and Fountain Snipers are already super low.
This Deathwing pick has been absolutely destroying Fountain Snipers throughout this game. These Qs from the Deathwing have been absolutely crazy. And now we have the boss going to core here. Webweaver not too far behind. They catch the Artanis when he tries to go in. Kerrigan takes a whole bunch of damage off to the side as well. Not quite able to find those kills yet, as Joanna is looking to die for it. Gust into the stun from the boss. So they're going to take a whole bunch of damage. They are able to find the Anubrak now. Core is taking damage. But Mind is going to go down off to the side as well. Kills all over the place. I don't know who's going to win this. With the Red Reaper on, I think this might be CCS's game.
I think so too. Core's already at 10%. Lucio, get those. Oh no! No! Oh my goodness!
1%. The Kata shot wasn't quite enough to kill it. And now Artanis and Rhaegar are heading all the way across the map to try and finish that core. It is at 84%, so it's loosened up a little bit. But 30 seconds on Greymane, they're going to have to work fast here if they want to get it down.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for CCS right now. Oh no. All right, there goes. Go ahead.
There's only 2 of them on core right now. Chromie was a little bit late, so I think respawns might be able to come in time for the side of CCS if they aren't working quick enough. 10 seconds left on the Greymane, as well as 10 seconds now on the Joanna. It is down to 50%. I think it looks like Fountain Snipers, with that amateur opponent on the Artanis, is going to be able to get it down. And a heartbreaking loss as Fountain Snipers take game number 2. What a finale there. Absolutely tragic for CCS.
Oh, super I'm like crying over here. Super I feel if I was CCS, I'd be having a few drinks tonight. Oh my gosh. 1%. Oh, the heartbreak. Oh my goodness. Well, before we go with our interviewers and talk a little more, let me real quickly go through the game summary here. We do have in the siege day. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm so heartbroken right now. We do have the siege damage, 147,000 from Greymane, 201,000 from Chromie. Hero damage, we have 90,000 from Deathwing and 77,000 from Chromie. In the healing, we have 81,000 from Lucio and 111,000 from Rhaegar. In the self-healing, we have 24,000 from Joanna and 44,000 from Kerrigan. XP, 20,000 from Falstad, 16,000 from Chromie. 13 kills, level 22 to level 22. I'll go ahead and pull up talents for chat. But man, whoo, that was insane. How are you feeling? I'm reading Hector's message. How are you feeling, Shane, right now?
Hey, Fountain Snipers, have you ever considered playing the lottery? Because looks like both coin flips went your way today. You won the coin flip with the Mortar Punisher with its dying breath killing the core for you, and then you won the coin flip with the 1% core. That's crazy. Honestly, both of these games have had absolutely exciting endings, and I mean, the games from start to finish have honestly both been extremely exciting. Kills back and forth all over the place. But to have these games end these way, I mean, it's super exciting for us as a caster, but I'm sure it's absolutely heartbreaking for the side of CCS, knowing that these games were so close for them. You know, game number one, they had such bright moments, and just at the very end there, they just barely weren't able to save that core. And in game number two, they were right there, 1% away, just that little bit more, and they would have had it. It's such a heartbreaking way to lose. My heart absolutely goes out to them, but definitely a well-deserved win for the side of Fountain Snipers as well.
Yeah, that was very rough. Oh, CCS, all of our hearts go out to you for that 1%. Oh my goodness. But well, let's go ahead and switch over lobbies, and let's go greet our winners for the night.
Told you we can finish
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Well, congratulations, guys. What an intense series. Where'd Shane go? Hold on. Shane. Hold on. Shane, where'd you go? Come on, Shane.
My computer's a little slow. It's got to warm up, you know.
Okay. I'll start for you then, okay?
Like, I'm gone.
Okay. There we go. We got the Shane in here.
Welcome. We're missing you there for a second.
Don't worry, wouldn't miss it for the world. But honestly, though, and I'm sure Moore would say absolutely the same, I'm sure that had to be just such a heartbeater, nail-biter series for you guys. How are you feeling coming out from that series?
Good. That was my very first 1% core win.
I'm sorry.
It's definitely an experience you'd never forget. I'll tell you that. Core calls like that are always just so stressful for both sides, right? And I'm sure that there was plenty of screaming and back and forth going on in the console during that very moment.
Yeah,
it was completely silent. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, go core, we can do it. And they're like, no. I'm like, yes.
Well, all right.
I feel a little bit bad because we won and like got that last 1% in the first game, and then they 5-man wiped us, and then it's like the opposite happened in game 2. Like
I just said that. I'm like, if you guys ever consider playing the lottery, like, you know, it looks like all
that was on purpose.
IQ
200.
IQ 200.
Yeah, we got a little lucky on both accounts there, twice in a row.
Well, why don't we go ahead into the first game? We have Infernal Shrines. CCS went ahead and picked Infernal Shrines. How comfortable are you guys on that map?
I'd say fairly comfortable. We play it a lot, and I'm sure everyone does.
All right, and then your guys' draft pick. What went into you guys choosing out your draft picks?
Mosley scouting.
Oh.
No. There's not a whole lot to scout yet. It's only one game, so.
Oh, he's just being bashful.
Well, and was this? Excuse me. Was this your guys' first game of the season?
No.
Second game. Okay. Did you guys win your last game or lose it?
We got 2-0 last game.
Oh wow. Well, all right, Shane. Do you have any questions about the first game?
I guess in the first game, I did want to ask a little bit about, you ran sort of the Hanzo and Kale Floss package, a ton of pick on your team. Was that sort of your strategy? Was just to find those sort of one-by-one kills? Or, what was, especially because, the enemy team having that Hogger who can set up and do those objectives so quickly, as well as the Junkrat to provide so much zone control. What was your plan being able to push into those objectives to take control of them away from the side of CCS?
Pretty much CC is our whole plan there. Just lock him down so Hogger couldn't move and do his spin away BS. And Junkrat couldn't do his mine to launch away either.
Yeah, the mines from Junkrat definitely were finding some value in those games. A few really impactful boops, but you guys managed to stay. There were a lot of boops that looked really dangerous, but you guys were able to get people out of sticky situations. So you really played that well throughout the games, and I was very surprised to see just how coordinated you were pushing into those objectives. When they're so set up on them already, just the coordination as you were able to go in. So I thought that was played really well throughout the series.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Mosley.
Yeah, the Ragnaros,
Ragnaros was really
level
good
10
too.
And get level 10 and
Mosley's-
lava wave for the win.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Mosley's our mascot. He cheers everyone up.
I like that. You always have to have that member on your team that keeps the team together from killing each other.
Yeah, we're all pretty chill and cool guys, so I think it works out well. Not a lot of us get.
Mosley keeps us, keeps our spirits up with his antics.
Mosley's a toxic one, so he keeps us balanced.
Yeah, otherwise we'd be freaking out nonstop.
I like that. Well, going into your second game, you guys chose Tomb of the Spider Queen. Is there a reason why you guys chose Tomb of the Spider Queen?
It's my favorite
spider
map,
butts.
personally. Yeah,
Oh,
spider
that
butts.
All right, so we have Garbage of Terror, Towers of Dumb, and now Spider Butts. I love it.
See, I always took it a step further. I always called it Tomb of the Spooder Butts. Just like
Spooder
even more.
Butts. I like it.
Yeah, I put that on.
Well, and then your comp, once again, is your draft picks, once again, another scouting situation.
Yeah, a little bit like the Samuro bands for sure. We just weren't gonna chance it. Weren't gonna mess around with that nonsense.
Samuro and Gazlo, too, right?
Yeah.
I played versus B Metaho a few times and played with him, so I know pretty much Samuro and Gazlo are two of his heroes.
All right, well, obviously that game, pretty back and forth game. You guys started out strong, and every so often CCS and start coming back with it. How are you guys feeling when it started getting close to the end? You guys were trying to go core. You didn't get the core, and then they went core and got it down to 1%. During that time, what were you guys' thoughts? What were you guys' call-outs during that time?
We're just
All
yelling
aboard.
to kill certain people.
Yep, that's about it. We're like, kill this guy, kill this guy, kill this guy.
I do distinctly remember Arco saying, or Lampico saying to kill the boss, and the boss was already dead.
It was a panic. Everyone was
It's
panicking.
funny what you remember in all that chaos.
Yep. We just screamed until everything was okay. That's what we usually do.
Mhm. Seems to work for us.
Beautiful. One day for NGS, we need to have where we have how not CCS. Oh my gosh, CCL. How they have their comms and the casters can go into comms. We need to do that for NGS. It'd be super fun going in there, just listening to you guys yelling, "Protect the core! Get the boss!" I think
Or,
that would be
just
super
be
fun.
dead silence. None of us are talking.
That's true. I feel like a lot of the times whenever CCL casters go in, everyone just stops talking. It's like, don't say anything.
They're on their
Yeah.
on their best behavior.
Try not to curse and stuff.
Yeah, you would have to make sure your cast is rated R.
Right. Make sure it doesn't ban TOS. Well, all right. Shane, do you have any other questions for game-related wise?
So I had a couple. The first one is, I know there were a few Kerrigan enjoyers in chat today, so I wanted to ask about Lompico. Is the Kerrigan something that you guys have been working up for a while? Is it a map-specific thing that you've been doing, or what was it that made you want to bring out the Kerrigan this game?
Oh, that's a top secret strat. It's still early to figure that out.
Nice try.
Listen, I'm not being paid by anyone here.
I don't know if I believe you anymore. You mentioned that yourself.
Well, we'll let secrets be secrets, but I will say I definitely enjoyed the Kerrigan pick. I did also want to ask, you guys really came out swinging, and in the early stages of the game, got off to a huge advantage, especially off that first web waiver phase. But as the game went on, it sort of seemed like the game started to turn. Deathwing started finding huge value into you guys in some of those team fights, and really started turning the game around. What was sort of the discussion going on in the discussion with the team to deal with that Deathwing?
On my end was, how much fire does he have? That was all I had to contribute.
Yeah, what was sort of the plan that you guys had, to once some of those fights sort of went south, to deal with that Deathwing? How did you want to adjust your strategy for the team fights?
Really, we mostly just discussed we need to start avoiding it, at least the fire, and just get a kill as fast as we can and back out if needed.
Gotcha. I was just curious because I know that it really seemed like it was turning the game around in some of those fights, especially post-16. Configuration is just such an annoying ability to deal with. So I'm sure you guys were feeling it about that too. I know there was one fight in the top lane that Silver Jackal kept getting fire breathed on the entire time by Deathwing.
Yeah, I kept calling him like, oh my gosh, he's messing me up.
I respect the same.
Yeah, we didn't really have a plan. We're all a little bit melee heavy, so we kind of paid the price for that, I think.
And that was really it for me. So, Moore, I didn't know if you had anything else you wanted to ask.
Of course, I have my ending questions that I always ask. So, first of all, where did you guys get your team name and team logo?
It was pretty much when they patched it to where fountains were invulnerable, so we decided to be Fountain Snipers, and we did a Nova with a fountain. And whoever has the most deaths has to do a fountain portrait.
Yeah, and then Me Ding, aka Atomic Onion, did like the logo. He actually spent a bunch of time in the game in try mode till he got like the shot and the angle and of Nova sniping at a fountain. So.
Nice. I like it. All right. The second question is, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to join NGS or any of the lower divs trying to move up in divisions?
Practice, and don't worry about it being considered a dead game. Everyone has fun with it.
Yeah. Queue times are still good as far as I can tell.
Yeah, for a dead game, there's a lot of people still playing and watching it.
I don't know. I had to wait almost 5 seconds for an ARAM the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'd say practice and Icy Veins is good for new players to see what the common builds are.
We've actually been playing, this is our 4th season in NGS, and we've gone from Div E to Div D to now Div C, and so a lot of it is just consistent people on the team and practicing a lot, like they said. And get a coach.
Doesn't hurt to get a coach.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mosley's putting himself out there. He wants to be a coach.
No.
Well, all right.
I can only scout. That's it. That's the only thing I can do.
Hey, scouting's still a lot though. That helps out a lot.
Get a scouter on your team. There's some.
We'd be lost without him.
Spreadsheets. Lots of spreadsheets.
Trust me, as a scouter, I know how much work it is to do scouting. So, almost an sometimes underappreciated role. So definitely respect.
Oh yeah.
I expect them to be sending me some beers any day now, but I haven't seen any.
I mean, you've been late a few times, so you owe me beers. You can just take it off of your tab.
All right, well, my last question for you guys is, would you like to give out any shout-outs or say anything to your fans and everyone in chat? Of course, just keep it PG-13.
Yep, I will start. I appreciate you guys casting. It always makes it a lot more fun and a little sweaty, I guess you could say. Got all these people watching you. Shout out to my team. We, kept it together and pulled out a domination. And shout out to CCS. It was definitely some intense moments. It makes it fun. Shout out to NGS for setting up this whole thing still, because I would hate being stuck playing only Storm League and Quick Match. It's awful. And shout out to Allie. Thank you for watching. You too, Lacey. And I will pass it there.
I will just say quick thanks to any friends and family that are watching. You know who you are.
And shout out to Arco and Lompico who didn't want to come in and partake in the interview. So, and Atomic Onion are great. So that's it.
Oh yeah, he was in here. He was watching. He's always cheering you guys on in here. So.
Nah, he's just judging us.
That's like he said. He gave when he said secrets frowny face in the chat. So you'll have some explaining to do soon.
He wants to know the secrets.
Thanks for casting, guys.
I appreciate it.
Of course. I'm the unofficial official Div C caster according to Mongoose. So.
All right. Well, I expect to see more of you then.
We'll see. I still gotta. I play in Div C, so I gotta play my games too. Gotta balance
Just
it out.
As a great scouting opportunity for you then.
Yes, exactly. I know. I got to scout out because I'm Div C East, so I got to earlier. I had that game I was able to watch. Just send over the link to my team. Guys, watch this game while I'm busy casting it.
Gotcha. So that's why you have Shane asking all the secret questions for you.
No, that's for you guys. That's for you guys. That's if I go against you guys in the finals.
I've got way too much of my own scouting to do.
I feel that. But all right, congratulations, you guys. Excited to see you guys win. Can't wait to see how far you guys get into this season. And just don't celebrate too hard tonight, all right?
No, I can't promise that, yeah.
All right, Shane, anything else you got to say?
No, I think that's pretty much it for me.
All right, well, you three have a good night, and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Well. Thank you again for casting.
Of course.
Yeah, give me more castings.
I like that. I like that. Well, all right, chat. First, I want to say, I didn't get to say it earlier, Charlie Magnet, thank you so much for the follow. He followed like a long time ago mid-game, so thank you so much for the follow. And oh my gosh. Or Erder? Deneener?
Erder Sturderner. He was actually your last interview.
Yes, he was. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for the follow as well. Also, Smokey's in front of the screen where I could actually see everything that I want to say. Excuse me, Mr. Butts. No, don't sit down. Oh my goodness. Smokey, I'm putting you on the floor. Thank you. Oh my goodness, cats, I'm telling you. I also want to say, Ronan, if you're still in here, thank you so much for the prime sub. I'm 7 subs away from the goal to stream Cold of Lambs. But thank you so much to NGS. Thank you to all of the teams we played tonight. We had our Division C East first. They did a phenomenal job. Hot Stads versus Protectors of Ire. If you guys did not see that, go watch the replay. I'll post the replay here soon. Go watch it. It is a serious, intense 3 games. And then thank you so much for collecting countless stars, and Fountain Snipers for a great series as well tonight. I also want to say thank you so much to Shane joining last minute to cast with me this last series for tonight.
Of course, I always love being a good cast, and I think this was definitely a great game to jump in on. Some very exciting finishes, absolute bloodbath of the game, and definitely a lot to talk about. So I'm really glad I was able to join you for this one.
Of course, I always want you to join with me. Shane the Train, my Pepsi drinking panda.
Speaking of which, I think I think that's what I might be hitting the fridge after we wrap this up here. We'll see.
Oh my goodness. I also want to make one more NGS announcement. Hold on, I gotta find it. Where's caster section? Why is my controller not working? I want to say, where is it? There he is. For anyone who's interested, we have the first Heroes International qualifier for NA that we're running. We have the first qualifier from August 27th to 28th, and the second qualifier from September 10th to 11th. Qualifier 3 and final one, September 17th to 18th. So if you guys want to sign up or see it, keep an eye out for that. Heroes International, it's, I believe, also on our website as well. Nexus Gaming Series is it .org, I think, or .com? I'm always bad at this.
I think it might be
.org. It's .org. Do not go to NGS.com. I learned that the hard way. So.
Honestly, great. I would highly recommend tuning in to watch that series if you're not playing it yourself. You know, going to be some really great teams playing that. Only the top 3 teams from North America make it, and it's a huge cash pool tournament. So there's going to be some really good teams playing in that tournament. If you want to learn a lot about HOTS, that's the place to do it. So highly would recommend tuning in.
I agree, and hopefully I'll be casting some of it. I'm still waiting to see who the casters are, but hopefully I'll be able to cast it. So if you like my casting, and maybe Shane here can co-cast with me, depending on his schedule. So hopefully we can figure something out. But yeah, so check that out. And if you guys have money and you like NGS, go check out our Patreon and support NGS's Patreon. Other than that, Shane, you got anything else to say?
Don't forget to tip your waiter/waitress.
I like it. I agree. Don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress in America. But all right. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming on in and watching our cast today. I will be casting... not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the one day I will not be on my computer, but I definitely have a few casts this week, as I do have my games and scrims that I do stream as well. So in that, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to all the teams, NGS, etc. And I hope everyone has a good night. Bye!